Good afternoon. My name is Jason King, and I'm a chartered accountant. In addition to being a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, or ICAB, I'm also the chairman of the ICAB Taxation Committee. Welcome again to another episode of Talking Business with ICAB. The Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Mia Amor Motley, laid in Parliament on Monday the 2024 financial statements and budgetary proposals. ICAB will dedicate episodes from next week to drill down into the presentation by the Prime Minister in her capacity as the Minister of Finance. Today, we will continue to share the reminders we started last week to ensure that you are prepared for this upcoming tax season. All self-employed persons, employees who earned above $25,000 last year, as well as pensioners over 60 years of age, with an annual income above $45,000 are required to file a personal income tax return in 2024. That return must be filed online in TAMIS by April 2024. TAMIS, as you are no doubt aware, is the system managed by the Barbados Revenue Authority, or BRA. And any TAMIS queries can be referred to the BRA customer service centers either in person or by telephone via the number 429 e-tax, which is 429-3829. As I shared last week, this would be a good time to check and make sure all of your third-party information has been uploaded correctly. I also take the opportunity to remind you that late returns are charged a penalty of $500 for filings after April 30th and 1% interest per month for each month the return is outstanding. If you are fortunate and will be in a refundable position, you should be aware that the BRA will no longer be issuing checks, and therefore taxpayers are advised to ensure that their banking information included in their accounts in TAMIS is correct. There's a menu of options regarding banks and credit unions in TAMIS, and a filer would just need to include their account number, as there is an element of pre-population of financial institution as well as branch. If you do not see your financial institution in the list on TAMIS, then you should contact the BRA customer service to seek a resolution. Another reminder is for self-employed persons, or even for employees who have businesses on the side. If you are an employee, your employer will deduct your income taxes before you are paid your net salary or wages, and will remit the taxes deducted to the BRA. We commonly refer to those taxes deducted as PAYE. The acronym stands for pay, in this case, taxes, as you earn income. For self-employed persons, there is no PAYE. Self-employed persons are required to make prepayments of taxes at 3 times throughout the year of income, those being June, September, and December. This is a good time to ensure that any prepayment made has been reflected in your account prior to the finalization and submission of your tax return. If you are required to pay additional taxes, either because the amount prepaid as a self-employed person or the amount deducted as PAYE was insufficient, you are reminded that the BRA must receive those additional funds before 11:59 p.m. on April 30th. If your medium of settling the tax liability will not register as a same-day transaction on April 30th, then it's advisable that you process that banking transaction prior to April 30th. Taxpayers can start the completion of their returns now and save them as a draft, so that they can see what would be required of them prior to the end of April. BRA has also recently launched a payment system within TAMIS, and therefore taxpayers can use their credit cards to settle their taxes, or they may use EasyPay, the government's payment platform. And don't forget receipts from the NISSS. If you received a sickness benefit, for example, from the NISSS, it will be uploaded into your tax account and therefore be included in your return as income. If you, however, transfer those benefits to your employer because you received your full wages while you were ill, you should confirm that the amount uploaded by your employer does not include those sickness benefits. Otherwise, you will be taxed on the same amounts twice in your tax return. These are just a few reminders to ensure you are prepared this tax season. ICAB will continue to inform and educate the public on financial and tax matters that are relevant to make informed decisions. At the end of last month, the Deputy Chairman of the ICAB Taxation Committee made a presentation on the upcoming changes in our tax legislation that would impact small businesses. And we are planning for a tax prep webinar for BART members within the next month, so listen out for the promotion of that webinar. I will also be representing ICAB on this Sunday's Brass Tax Sunday, which will be discussing the 2024 financial statements and budgetary proposal. You're invited to tune in on Sunday to listen and even participate with your questions. I am Jason King, and this is Talking Business with ICAB.